This episode is sponsored by the new MS in Business Analytics program at Chapman University's Argyros College of Business and Economics. In just 10 months, this STEM-designated MSBA program will equip you with cutting-edge skills in machine learning, data visualization, cloud infrastructure, and more. You'll not only analyze data, but learn to tell compelling stories that shape the future of business. Located in sunny Southern California, Chapman University offers a unique learning experience at the intersection of tech and creativity, with specialized courses in areas like entertainment and real estate analytics, and access to an extensive alumni network. The MSBA program prepares you to lead in any industry. Are you ready to unlock the power of data and make an impact? Learn more and start your journey today at chapman.edu/MSBA.
Hello, everybody. I'm Henrik Kronqvist, and I'm the Dean of the Argyros College of Business and Economics at Chapman University in Southern California. And today we're thrilled to be able to talk to Lisa Craddock. She is an MBA class of 2012, and she's currently Senior Brand Manager at Monster Energy.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tori Nguyen. I'm the class of 2026 with the Argyros College of Business and Economics. We are so happy that you are tuning in with Campus to Career today, and we're glad to have Lisa on deck. Let's start off with thank yous in our first question. Lisa, can you tell us a little bit about your experience at Chapman? Is there anything students should know before they graduate?
Yeah, thanks for thinking of me for this and having me on. I think it's a great opportunity for, alumni, for students, to hear a little bit about other people's stories, which I think are, just get you thinking. So, my experience at Chapman has shaped my career quite a bit. I was working full time and taking a full course load at the same time. So it was definitely a busy time in my life, but I absorbed quite a bit. In terms of anything they should know before they graduate, I'd say, for MBA, there's a range of MBA, right? There's those that are coming in right from out of school, and there's those that come back for executive MBA or get some work experience and go back. But I would say specifically for the undergrads, join social clubs. I would say, this was probably a mistake on my end in my undergrad. I'd say not for purposes of academics, but it makes you a more well-rounded person. And down the line, it becomes your network, really, those folks that, come together during college and have those shared experiences. So, if I were to give anyone any advice, I'd say join more social clubs. And as you're doing, Tori, start new things and pursue your interests.
Be engaged and join different clubs. That makes a lot of sense. Now, talk a little bit about your MBA experience here at Chapman, Lisa. Are there any specific memories that come to your mind in terms of skills that you developed or other things that you did in the program that were really exciting and valuable for you?
Yeah. So when I was in the program, I was definitely more towards a marketing emphasis when we got into a place where, where electives came in, marketing, entrepreneurship. So there's the foundation of what you learn in the classroom, but then having all of your peers, sort of as these discussion groups and driving the discussion is really my biggest takeaway. It was, I learned quite a bit that way, just knowing people were coming from different industries, from different functions of the business, and getting their point of view on sort of this communal topic and how different functions of businesses look at it. So that was really like I felt like the biggest thing that I gained from the program itself.
Thanks for sharing. Can you tell us a little bit about what a senior brand manager entails? Can you tell us about maybe your journey to this position? I know you kind of explained it in the previous question, but even how the interview process went or internships that got you there.
So a senior brand manager sits in between strategy development and execution. So we're actively developing strategy for the brand, that ensures brand integrity, and depending where a brand is in a product lifestyle, looking for ways to grow the brand, right? We also work with support teams like digital, creative, field marketing, which focuses more on events, product development, operations. So all of these functions sort of work together to partner in executing the vision of the brand. As far as how I got here and my journey, I started on the advertising agency side, which was incredible because it gave me amazing exposure to the world of marketing, sort of a fly on the wall when you're in that entry level position. But it really gave me a foundation for the field. I was fortunate enough to work on brands that were household names, Callaway Golf, Entenmann's Donuts, WD-40. Those were a few of them. And it was really early on in my career then that I developed, really this interest and passion in working for like super iconic brands. And I've sort of continued to do so throughout my career as I built it up, working with Caesars Entertainment, with Nasoya Foods, a plant-based food company, and now with Monster Energy. And I've been here just about 6.5 years.
Wow, you have done so many things after your MBA, and the agency world really brings you in front of a number of different brands, and that's the benefit of that career trajectory. Now, for some of our students, and many of them want to go into CPG, so consumer product goods, and what do you think are some of the characteristics that companies in general are looking for students that want to go into that particular space?
Yeah. Well, when you're looking for a match, right? It's a match. It's like dating. It's an entry level position, but they're also looking for candidates that can think outside of the box. Can take a concept and not necessarily apply as directed, but take it, put the foundation there, and come up with new ideas, build on different people's ideas. And just remain flexible for sure. That I'd say is a really, really big key, flexibility. But as you're coming into, two larger companies, if that's a path that you want to pursue, really getting that experience out of school. When you take the job out of school, it is not going to be your dream job. I'll tell you now, that's very, very rare. But the experiences that you gain from smaller companies or from a role where you feel like maybe I can do more, but that's okay. Get the foundation in, absorb as much as you can, talk to as many people as you can at different levels in the company, and just take it all in and mold yourself, I think, from there.
What great insight is that to hear, especially when going out of school, we have to feel really safe within job security and things like that. So I know you mentioned that being a part of a job is like being a match and being within the company in itself. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about how it matches with you. Do you feel like Monster reflects who you are, especially within their brand image of extreme sports, music, gaming? Is this a juxtaposition of what your interests are, or do you align with them in itself?
Yeah, I think it really goes back to the idea of working for very iconic brands, and that's what excites me. Monster partners with major athletes, top tier musicians, and other ambassadors, and that's what really drew me in. From a cultural perspective, it's really about authenticity. So it's made it a very, very comfortable space for me. They accept new ideas, but obviously brand strategy is at the heart of what we do. I've been to more Monster events than I ever thought I would go to, but it's definitely broadened my world. To my point earlier about flexibility, remain open. Don't judge before you go in. Once you really experiencing something firsthand and you're getting to know the communities behind it, why they're doing what they're doing, perceptions change and you learn a lot about a lot of things you didn't even know were of interest to you. And that's definitely been true for me as well. As far as gaming goes, right, that's been a big pillar of our organization and an area for growth. I am not a gamer, but I do have 2 kids and watch, their interest in gaming. And, I see it firsthand about the future of gaming. But, music is always sort of a universal opportunity for people to come together and for sports as well. So it's been a great fit.
100%. Hey, looking back, is there a particular skill or lesson, maybe from a job or from a class in our MBA program, or maybe even a mistake that has turned out to be particularly valuable to you in your career?
Yeah. We all set out with a vision, right? Um, and it's more of a journey, I think, and how we end up where we are. So for me, when I was exploring different MBA programs, I met with people that were in the programs, somebody specifically at Chapman, who's really become a mentor and a friend to me. So she sort of brought me in and guided me through. She brought me in on a few consulting projects when we were both in the program at the same time, introduced me to a few people, and ultimately that's, how I landed here at Monster Energy was, those introductions, those relationships. Relationships are really important. Don't network for the sake of networking and checking off boxes. Network to develop yourself and help other people and get to know other people and what they do and just remain curious. That would be my biggest piece.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, we are really fortunate today. We have had a chance to talk to Lisa Craddock, who did her MBA here at Chapman, class of 2012, and she's a senior brand manager at Monster Energy. We've learned a lot about this particular industry, consumer products. We've learned a lot about networking and other things that have made you successful, Lisa. So keep up all the great work, and also maintaining the balance with your family. I know that's very important to you. So thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time today, and we wish you all the best and looking forward to staying in touch with you.
Thank you for having me.